Hello and welcome to something a little unconventional. This is Demon Gate for Doom. This is just going to be the intro to the next level in this video because the README is insane. I'm going to let the demos play out while I read this for you. This is Beware.WAD, but it is also in here as Beware.26.WAD because it's episode 2, level map 6. The difference being that Beware.26.WAD has about 16 more monsters and had a month later release date. The guy does go on to explain this. I don't even know if we have the final version on here, but anyway, let's get started on this because this is going to be a whole video of this. I'm serious. Anyway, the creator is anonymous. He's the creator of Darkstare.wad, Jorge at hairball.ecst.kushiko.edu. I guess really not really anonymous. Anyway, he likes the music. It's a frightening theme. The levels are supported all with a new twist to creatures and objects differ from skill level to skill level. Okay, so this is just, yeah, anyways, skill level suggested. The difficulty of the map is 25 to 33 minutes for a good Doom player. Really challenging on hardest skill. Hurt Me playing is almost as hard as Ultraviolet. Except creatures are both placed differently and or entirely new. So they went through and made everything completely different based on which skill level you're playing on. This guy claims to be a fairly professional map author, so we'll find out about that. Quick notes on gameplay. A very detailed WAD, complete with the well-matched textures, many lifts, many switches and line depths and triggers and floors to brighten and darken the light levels. Nearly every sector has a tag to some line definition to do something. Enjoy the huge staircase into the deep poison dungeon, the outer perimeter, the false wall cove into the dark prison bars, the beginning crosshair lift sectors, the imp teleportation zone, and a hell of a lot more. Beware. There are places where a quick-running Doom hero must jump across gaps between ledges and sectors. By jump, I mean hold down the shift key or whatever key you have to make Marine run and boogie across the gap as if it weren't there. Or use auto run that you have on modern ports. It is only necessary and required to do this once in the levels. Other places are merely for fun or score you added bonuses. There is a storyline to this WAD at the end of this text file. If you wish to read it, I'd go for it, but it is not really short. And that's why we're doing this, because there is a whole novel this guy wrote here. He lists the interesting features. Very long, deep staircase into a poison dungeon that is full of barrels, purgeable creatures, and a few switches to keep you busy between shells and cells. Different objects appear on different skill levels. Creatures' decor bonuses all slightly differ from skill to skill. Hurt Me Plenty differs very much from Ultraviolence. Creatures appear in different locations, some entirely new. Retrieving weapons becomes a task from skill to skill as they are placed differently. Light levels in nearly every sector can darken or fill up with light, changing the appearance of each room, sector, and area. Trip the correct line depth without knowing, and you may recognize that the sector you went through, not recognize the sector you went through 2 minutes before. Wait a sec, wasn't I just through here? Maybe, maybe not, though. It is. If it's dark, you'd better beware. Over 10 deathmatch startup locations. Beginning lift creates an illusion that there are sectors on top of sectors which can't occur in Doom. Yeah, this guy, I think, sounds like he's a real expert, that he really knew his stuff back in 1994 to make like a really good Doom level. So I'm excited to play this. I'm only going to be playing it on Ultraviolence. I'm not going to try I might try the other ones just to see what's different, but I probably won't record the whole thing unless I feel real froggy. I decided to do a whole showcase of this, but with how hard it's become for me to render videos, I don't really want to do something I have to edit together if I can help it. If I'm honest, it's mostly just laziness on my part, but it takes like forever to render videos now because Vegas stopped letting me do my little trick that I used to do. Possibility of achieving each and every weapon offered in the game in both deathmatch and one-player mode. No more chintzy excuses from authors of WADs who keep the weapons from you, expecting you to dust a Kako with a pop gun or a Fistorama. Screw stuff like that. Your only chance in this WAD is to find all the weapons. If they weren't there, you wouldn't be bewaring. You'd be running. Immense reverse teleportation zone which sends creatures and players all over this huge room. Fun on deathmatch. You can even shoot yourself with your own missile. Sorry, your own BFG doesn't hurt you. Over 630 objects in total in WAD. That's including decorations, creatures, teleport exits, and the like. Don't worry, there aren't 630 cacos. Nearly all of the XXX sectors that make up Beware are tagged in some line depth so that they darken a step, lift with a switch, brighten as you go, frighten as you play, and change the whole level's appearance around. MyHouse.WAD in the days before MyHouse.WAD, everybody. Also, over 100 hours went into this, and this was only this person's second project. I didn't copy that part. Oh, but here is the story behind Beware. Get ready for this now. You can hear only your breath. This suit isn't much, but it's better than sucking on simple nothing that space is made of. A lump in your throat forms as you recall the silence just before this. The silence in Grainer's realization that things were no longer in control. Yours, his, or even McCarter's. Maybe not even God's. If God's responsible for this one, you wonder why in Beelzebub's name what he was thinking. And what the moral of this horrifying disaster is. As you crawl into the X-Space station that was once called ILSA, you recap everything that you remember. You thank the UAC for making log recorders while able to be hooked up an airtight spacesuit, and try to describe just exactly what took place in the Magellan before she went down. You figure, if I don't make it, at least what happened will. So you begin at the beginning, the light anomaly. Everything that's happened those last few minutes. What happened to you, Davis, Gary, Grainer, all in the matter of a few measly parsecs. Minutes, and adrenaline burning every event which you'll never forget if you live through this. Screen should blur at this moment. Text becomes blurry. Stop crossing your eyes and READ the damn story. Davis. I'll just be glad when we've completed the ILSA. She'll be one hell of a great station and all. And I'm tired of breathing man-made air. I want to get the fuck off this hunk of a tin ship and go home. One of the boys. Hey, Magellan's no hunk. She's a gem. More than I can say for Kendra. Friendly, kind-hearted laugh. Jokey laughter from the tables in the meal sector. Cute, real cute, guys. A gem, huh? How about a mouthful of gems? My fist will arrange that. Damn bums. Friendly chuckles and mumbles about Davis from the boys. Gary. Earth, huh? You want to go back to Earth? Hell yes. What, I suppose you want to live on the station? No, not live on the Ilsa, but at least take an assignment on her. Gary, you don't even know what ILSA stands for. How can you say what you want to ensign there? You just stick to being captain. Your name's Ship. And maybe he won't demote your sorry ass. I don't understand what that means. I guess they're talking about you, the player. You get your own name. Laughter from the boys in the meal sector. Ha Davis, demote your sorry ass. Nice one. You, the Space Marine captain of the UAC ship Magellan, enter, quietly overhearing the boys' argument. Oh, the boys. Ah, shit, Davis. I know what ILSA is all about. Okay, Brainiac. What's the I for? More chuckles, Gary. Very funny. I stands for interplanetary. Can I get a drink of water, Mrs. Davis, or do I need a bathroom access card? Rolling against Davis with the laughter. Cute. It just so happens that General McCarter named his daughter Elsa, and that's why they call the new station that, Gary. For both of your information, Davis, Gary, McCarter's wife, Gary, McCarter's wife is, or rather was named Elsa before she died. The station's name just came out that way. And it was kind of nice that it resembled Tom McCarter's wife's name, Ilsa, Interplanetary Linking Satellite Archive. Elsa was a hell of a lady, or so I hear from old Tommy. I saw her picture once. Let me tell you, she was drop-dead gorgeous. Tom said her dream was to make information from planet to planet available to all to somehow link information that was worldwide right through space. A sort of planetary internet, I guess. Look, I don't want to be a killjoy, and I never met her, but I want this station to be a success. Pause. The crew is somewhat struck by your sudden sappiness. Oh, Cap. Why'd you have to go and get sappy on us? I ain't never seen you give no speech before like this. Jesus, Davis, I'm not opening up a let's explore our feelings. I'm not opening up a let's explore our feelings session. Jesus, Davis, I'm not opening up a let's explore our feelings session. I just think we ought to give McCarter's wife, God rest her soul, some respect. This station is just another assignment. Davis McCarter's been our big sarge for a little less than 2 hands worth of fingers to count on years. One of the boys, Cap, you know Davis can't count that high. Laughter. Davis, I knew you went off this assignment. I mean, I understand. Davis, what is your wife's name? Oh, Kendra, Captain. Captain, your name. Kendra. The gem. Right, Kendra. Anyway, I know she's probably as anxious to see you as you are to see her, but... A sudden wisp of light flashes through the meal sector, blinding the entire room of crew members for a second. As if a beam of light with the intensity of a small sun had rolled over the area, the ship is slightly shaken. What the... What? Hey, what? Holy shit, The lights dimmed slightly during the confusion. Voiceover communicator. Captain. Status, Mr. Grainer. What happened? Captain, I'm not sure. For a moment we heard something that basically resembled long pause. Go on, Mark. Well, I hope you know what I mean, Captain, if I say what it resembled a power surge. A power surge? Mark, you can't be serious. Aye, sir. I know it's 99% impossible after the 2207 when the professor and scientist James D. I know, Grader. James D. Jenkins solved the problem of surges, anomalies, and other power anomalies greater than 2048 EI and less than 4,194,304 EI through a specific formula to control the current and source of energy. But how did the... I don't know, sir. You were not amused. What seemed to have happened hasn't happened for nearly 150 years. How could a surge occur on a spaceship a couple hundred years old? This was no big thrill. But on a spaceship that packs the power of over 1,200,000 EI, a surge makes a laser blast look pretty pathetic in terms of brightness. The ship rocked once more, the flash and shake even brighter this time. Status Grainer! Hanson, Rayner, boys, bridge! The bridge crew scrambles for the compression lifts. Captain, we've lost autopilot. Looks like lunch is over. I've got some hands down here. Class 3 electrical bands on the boards. Repeat, assistance required. Gary, Davis, attend to Mr. Grainer in engineering. So it's funny to me that there's Gary Davis is a guy that I work with. Like, that's his full name. Frantically, as the preceding dialogue overlapped generously, you rushed your way through the dimly lit ship up to the lift to the bridge. Helmsman Erickson met you as you arrived from the lift, reporting the ship's status in respect to Ilsa. Erickson reporting, sir. Ilsa Station has undergone some massive power anomalies. Equivalent of explosive blasts of random energy that have been thrown out of orbit around Mars. She's drifted. Are we still maintaining orbit? And if so, can we pursue Ilsa? Captain. He grabs your arm. What? What is it? The Magellan is no longer... Captain, the ship's not responding. What the hell happened to Davis and Gary? This can't be happening. There's no fucking way the ship's driver control could have been lost, Captain. You'll have no control over... Let's see, it probably keeps going. I just got cut off there. You'll have no control over the ship from the bridge. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, 6 minutes! No breath. Your name. There's nothing more we can do. We're headed directly towards Mars' atmosphere. There's not even enough time to reach the shuttles before The hell? There isn't, mister. Get your ass in gear or I'll demote your pathetic ass. Move it. Move your ass. Go, move your ass. Over intercom. Docking. All stations. All floors. This is evac 5. This is no fucking drill, and I will not repeat this message. Docking. Move now. Evac 5. Okay, this is probably still me, I guess. Evac 5 now! In a whirlwind of commotion, an emergency evac situation. Is that on this one? No, it's not. So these are multiple pages. That's why I have to keep pausing. What I do is I take pictures of the README, and I read off of that. In a whirlwind of commotion, an emergency evac situation never even practiced in a UAC Marine Cadet Training School. You attempt every effort to get your crew the hell off the Magellan before it's all over. The G-forces alone would smash the crew's bones like grapevines if the Magellan entered the atmosphere of Mars without proper entry. The biggest problem remains: who will survive and who will not? As you barked out the Evac 5 order, you knew that not everyone would make it off the ship in time. Jesus, only 4 minutes left until the crew is notified and in gear. Record time for carrying out a full ship order, 1 minute, 56 seconds. Damn it, though, it's not enough. Oh, Christ, why my crew? You're not sure if Davis made it, player 2. You're not sure if Erickson made it, player 3. You're not sure if Grainer made it, player 4. Isn't that cool that they set that up? But, unfortunately, you know you made it. Allowing as many crew members per shuttle as possible, you jettisoned yourself with a garbage cell, full-clad in gravity boots, a spacesuit, and a helmet, complete with 4-day air supply, and 3 meals of food. Hopefully, your crewmates will navigate to Mars. Relay the disaster to UAC and send a patrol to find you for the 50 parsecs you could possibly travel with the damn garbage unit. You surmise your chances of being rescued are grim. You know one thing, though. You'll be sure to mention the record timing full ship evac in your log. Damn proud. Damn sorry. You hope to God somehow all the crew made it somewhere, anywhere, any place, any planet safely. You'll have a lot of time to record what happened to the log recorder while you're on the garbage... But wait. The garbage unit, of course. Well, of course. How the hell else would you get to... Would it get... You suddenly remembered every garbage unit has a homing device to eventually be received by a space station and flown to Jupiter, where a WM space block can hold the refuse. So you don't even have to worry about being sent for. You'll just hang out in the garbage cell, floating its sub-warp power to the nearest space station. In the distance, or glowing randomly flashing space station, ILSA looms, drifting further and further from orbit around Mars. Oh shit. The nearest space station is ILSA. They wouldn't change the garbage units running. They wouldn't have the garbage units running if the station wasn't running, right? 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 Terrified, you wonder what anomalies occurred in the ILSA station. You know you'll eventually land there. You know the garbage unit must be working there since they were building. You know because you were just there about 48 hours ago. Now, if you could only remember where the small armories were in the ILSA were, you knew they were prepping the station to be able to defend itself. You just know that it's through some UAC door at the top of the crosshair lift. You cock your head back as well as you can to see the unstable Magellan behind you. From this distance, you couldn't possibly make out if any shuttles were anywhere near or even jettisoned. In a flash of red after the white flame, your ship is lost and you eventually lose sight of the largest pieces of wreckage. Oh my God. You see the tortured remains of Ensign Gary floating through the darkness of space, limp and lifeless. It was just plain unjust for him to have to die this way. He was young and would have been a great asset to ILSA. You. Fuck. I'm demoting my own sorry ass. I should have read that in the Duke Nukem voice. I'm demoting my own sorry ass. Well, that's amazing. That's the story of Beware.WAD or Beware.26.WAD. Next time, we'll be actually tackling this. So, I will see you then I hope you're excited for this piece of Demon Gate history.